Hey guys, I'm here. We are back for episode 12 of season 8 of The Flash. Last episode had a major reveal. I know we've been off for a week, but man, that comic accurate Black Lantern Deathstorm was quite the turn I didn't think we were going to be going in, man. I really didn't. I know there's no Black Lantern ring, there's no Necron or anything like that, at least as far as we can tell. This is just Ronnie, that version of Ronnie being brought back in a completely different way, adapted to work in the context of the show. Obviously within the lines that WB allows the show to play in. So I honestly didn't, that was quite the surprise, man, especially with how good it looked at the end. So I'm excited to see what they do with this from here. It definitely has piqued my interest more than I was expecting to. It just kind of came out of nowhere, man. But then again, this was actually something that quite a few people I saw in the comments throughout this season so far actually kind of call. So good job, guys. I was a little bit of a doubter, man. And lo and behold, there he is, man, in his good looking glory. Well, good looking is subjective, I guess, but I think they pulled off the comic accurate look quite well. But guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into things. So if you're part of the 62% of people that are watching the channel, you're not yet subscribed, or maybe you're just tuning in for the very first time here today, I really hope you've enjoyed this reaction. Maybe at the end of this video, you'll decide to hit that subscribe button and leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. Remember, if you want to see the full-length unedited reaction of this episode, or any of the previous ones, or any of the other shows that we cover here on the channel, you can check those out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gives you access as well. It just helps us grow and expand and improve the videos that come to you guys here on the YouTubes. Along with the full-length reactions to those shows, you also get exclusive movie reactions where you get to help decide what we add to that list every month. Monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, and stuff like that. I try to make it worth your while, since you guys are going to add your way to support the channel. But of course, I know nobody can do that. And a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, because it really does go a long way when it comes to helping the channel with that YouTube algorithm. But I'll settle down away, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into episode 12. Here we go. Whoa, holy shit. Dude.
What are you?
Complete. Thanks to you. Now, I'll return the favor.
Oh! Okay. Not strong enough yet to kill Caitlin. Oh wow, that bamfing too.
How do you feel?
Lucky to be alive, so.
Yeah, a little surprising, but
It wasn't Ronnie. It never was.
How do you know that?
Because he told me. I'm so sorry. You were right this whole time and I wouldn't listen.
Hey, it's
nice hearing that out loud sometimes. What? She's just back?
Thank God you're back. Sue said you'd vanished.
No, Barry.
What's wrong?
How'd she get back? What did Tanya do to her? I need answers.
how did you survive?
Your time sickness. It must have pulled you into this still force at that exact moment.
Okay, good assumption, I guess.
Look, it's gonna be okay. I'm not afraid.
You will be. You will be.
Place where all time exists, past, present, and future, but when I was there, but I didn't see my future. What if I don't have one anymore?
You do. With me.
Does he need more grief? Oh, jeez. Burned him to death just fine. Performance anxiety, I guess. As his first time back on the scene, sometimes it's not as easy, you know?
How does one summon a force god?
Well, I mean, they've had appointments before, but usually all Iris has to do is concentrate, and Dion knows to appear.
You could always go knock on their door. You can literally go to where they stay, Barry.
A skull-faced thing flew down from the sky and took your wife? Ma'am, please try to remain calm.
Oh my god, he's just like,
Anything else was burned?
holy shit, he's just like murking people left and right. This episode is called Death Rises.
Why is this thing burning people alive?
We're not sure, but the current theory is to feed off their grief.
Joe, how the hell did you used to deal with this? For the past 17 years, I've been either a soldier or a cop, and nothing I've done prepared me for this.
But I always had a friend to watch my back, just like you do now. I can help you coordinate protocols so all of our officers are safe and they can actually do their job.
What are you, my advisor now, Joe?
Yes.
Do not engage this monster. Martinez, Hal, send out a citywide lockdown alert. We need everyone off the streets. I want eyes and ears on every street corner we can manage. Anyone sees this thing, call it in, then get yourselves to safety.
Damn, man. This is picking up the pace quite extensively, man. I'm digging it.
It's like he shows up just to feed and then disappears into thin air.
It's like a ghost. He's not a ghost, so he's got to be hiding somewhere. We don't need the satellites to search for Deathstorm. Cecile, you're gonna help us find him.
She's like, the fuck are you talking about right now? I mean, makes sense. Solid theory.
So wait, you want to use Cecile as like a Deathstorm compass?
Yeah, think about Deathstorm absorbs grief.
It'd be like using a wireless neurogenic array synced with the MedLab's synaptic monitoring relay. Barry, this could work.
Plug her into DeVoe's chair too while you're at it.
Ronnie wasn't just your past, he was your husband. And Deathstorm knew that, which is why he knew he could use it to manipulate you into bringing him back from whatever hellscape he comes from. I just feel like I lost Ronnie all over again. Why does this hurt so much?
Because Robbie ML is a snack. Duh.
It's been a long time. He'll always be a part of you. And that's okay.
He was also in X-Files. What was she reading? Uncaged Desire. It's got a flamingo on it.
My headaches, they're getting worse.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
He also said to tell you if something happened.
Tanya's mom, I already know. I actually only saw what happened to Tanya's mom once it became part of the past, which ain't how things are supposed to work.
The fuck?
My time sickness, it's spreading into the still force.
That's why it took me so long to get to you.
I've infected you too, haven't I?
That's probably why I didn't see this coming. Yo, something's wrong.
Oh! 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 No! Fuck! I like Dion! Bring it back!
If we're right, then that'll lead us right to where Deathstorm's been hiding. Once you get a hit, I'll triangulate real-time coordinates, find a location.
Then the Flash will take over.
Oh, it's working. Keep going, Cecile. Wait.
It's in
there must
Caitlin.
be a glitch or something. It says that
He's in Caitlin. Calling it right now. Or he's just now popping up. Or he's in Cecile now.
You won't find me. The empath and I are one. I can taste the tiniest bits of sorrow coming from you both. They are so delicious.
It's so weird.
He's ever gonna give up on trying to get Caitlin.
I mean, other than her connection to Ronnie and the body he's inhabiting, what more can Caitlin do for him? Like, I don't get it unless he's like a slave to Ronnie's past emotions.
Esperanza.
No,
Hola,
it's
prima.
Deathstorm fucking with her. Yeah, I don't care. Get Get out of here.
Order than his estúpidas de tu jefe fantasma Deathstorm, which would make you his bitch. Be careful, pretty much.
Wait, can he actually resurrect and manipulate the dead? Is he our new Necron? Or is it all Allegra's perception? I guess we won't be able to know yet. Oh no, she straight shot. Nothing. Okay, never mind. She was just seeing it. Are we getting it? Could we be getting... I know right now this could definitely be like a projection and she put the hole in the wall. But what if he can build his own little undead army of past peeps?
You are your own force of nature. I promise. Whatever time this world has left, it's not done with you yet. Not by a long shot.
Oh!
Okay, Iris, stay with me. Barry, Nora, and Bart. They need you, Iris. You're their future and they're yours. So fight this. Better? I'm still here. Yeah.
I know that look. Kramer had it earlier. You wondering what to do now, too, huh?
The way Deathstorm's going after Caitlin. I mean, how do we stop this thing if we don't even know why she's the target?
You will find a way to get the advantage over Deathstorm.
And until that happens,
You do what you do best. Run.
Oh! Just sonic boot. Damn, he's got a fucking dump truck. I'm sorry, that just made me laugh. Oh, shit. I always love these scenes, man.
Hold on. Are you about to do what I think you're about to do?
yeah, time to ride the lightning.
Dude. Yo! Holy shit, this is badass. No. Oh, whoa. So he's opening up portals to wherever he came from. Whoa. I brought you to the carnival. It's a date. Oh, we're seeing his perspective. Oh, shit. Dude, he's really getting that thunderclap down. Dude, this is kind of wicked.
I traveled across the stars to transform you, so you could end my loneliness.
Does he want a Death Queen? Bride of Deathstorm. Yeah, so I was kind of right. He's trying to change her into him.
Caitlin, what happened? Where's Deathstorm?
Or did they merge?
He said I'm not ready yet.
Not ready yet. She needs more grief. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, God.
Why? Why would Deathstorm try to make you stronger? I'm sensing a massive amount of grief inside of you. It's enough for an entire family.
Did he dump it into her kidney? That's what she was holding.
And guys, I've seen space like that before. Inside your singularity, right before you join the team. When Ryan through that singularity, it created Deathstorm. The mental augmentation chamber.
The Mac saved my ass by absorbing the entire mass of black hole energy that I accidentally unleashed. But what if we adjust the Mac so that instead of absorbing transdimensional energy, it emits cosmic craziness? What we would really need is
Person to contain all the energy.
Done and doner. It's like I told Mom. Dad created me for one reason, to keep Katie safe. I was literally born for this.
The fuck? Oh no. It's locked onto Iris.
so good to see you.
Oh, great. I was close, I guess. We're seeing past people be manipulated and brought back. Allegra's cousin. Now, Eddie. Is this how we get Cobalt Blue? Through Deathstorm? Oh man, this is wild. This is a pretty good episode. Obviously, it had some cheesy bits in there, but I'm liking Deathstorm and the challenge he's kind of bringing to the team, and the way he's able to kind of manifest people's little bits of grief that still are over there, whether they've moved on from it or not, like she did with Eddie, and like Allegra did with her cousin. You know, and just bring it out and manifest it. Whether it's in their head or physically there or whatever, we saw that it can impact Allegra and her struggle. So, man, what if we have like a whole army of past villains and even just kind of just past members brought back as like champions of this thing? Whether or not, what we don't know is if this thing is actually taking their form. And appearing to these people, trying to build out that and feed off of that grief so that he can funnel it into Caitlin. Which I'm not gonna lie, and part of me hopes we get to see it, is I'd like to see what his death bride would look like. And honestly, I'm almost positive that will probably come to fruition. I don't think that's gonna be something Team Flash will necessarily be able to stop. Maybe we'll get it, and then they'll be able to find a way to reverse it. But I feel like once they set that up, it's probably going to happen. But man, just seeing just how relentlessly this thing is like just popping in, popping out, murdering people left and right in droves now to store up all this decay, this death, and force it into Caitlin so she can be another host, so she can become what it is. Kind of carrying over some semblance of the emotions that it siphoned off of Ronnie for its own existence. And just kind of seeing the team kind of come together and try to figure out how to beat this thing, even though it's ridiculous. But I don't know. I just really liked it. It's raised the stakes in a really interesting way. I think he's a cool villain. He's got a cool look. And I think his powers are just continuing to expand. I think, if I remember right, this graphic novel, from what I've heard some people say, is going to extend up to episode 14, which is going to have lingering effects going on, because Eric Wallace, of course, he says a lot of things, but said this season 8 is basically the culmination of everything he's been working on since season 6. So we'll see. There's been a lot of build-up and a lot of storylines he's been seeding throughout all that he wants to pay off in this season, so we'll see. So, I don't know. I like it. But that leaves us what? This was episode 12. We have 2 more to go, if that is accurate. I don't know. It's crazy, man. And I just read today on Twitter that the finale of this season is going to be 3 parts. It's going to be a 3-episode long finale, which is kind of crazy. I think the most we've ever really had was 2. At least that I can recall. I don't know. I like this episode quite a bit. had a lot going on, especially that whole sequence when they were preparing, when he was on the run and he was just dropping bodies throughout the city and people were just seeing him and he's just popping out, because now that he's got a full charge, he's got a complete body, he's able to just open a portal to where he's from and just go home, come back, go home, come back, go home, come back. Uber Eats. Where, like they said, we got the explanation as why 7 years, because he didn't have that ability to just warp. So coming from across the cosmos here, completing himself, it took just that long to even just find them and hone in and get here. I like that they referenced Chester's black hole thing. Now, I know they siphoned that energy out of him and contained him, but it was very unclear about whether or not he's still a meta after all of that. Was he cured of being a meta, or is he still technically a meta? Because I feel like had he still had his powers, or if he could still manipulate black holes like he did when he got picked up early on, that he would be a heavy hitter in what they need right now. He'd be perfect for this situation, but he doesn't have his abilities. Yeah, man. I feel like I think I do expect us to lose a cast member in this season, and with the setup that they have at this moment, I almost feel like it's going to be either Frost or Katie. I don't think we're going to lose Danielle Panabaker. I'm pretty sure she's already signed on for season 9. But she's doing double work. She's playing 2 different characters for these last couple seasons, and I'm sure that's getting old or just exhausting. And I do feel like they've kind of run the course with some of their storylines, so I think it'd be pretty interesting to see one of them kind of bite the bullet. And I feel like if one of them had to go, it's probably... I would have said Frost like a while back, but I feel like right now, at this point, Caitlin probably would make the most sense to kind of cut the cord on. On top of that whole thing, we've got Iris's time sickness expanding into the Steel Force, infecting Dion himself and his abilities, and now he's just blipped from existence. Who knows what's going on with him now as he popped to somewhere out of time. He took him so long to get there after she was calling for him because he'd just struggled to build up that strength to get to her to try to do what he could. And yeah, she's affecting the time stream. Like she shouldn't be able to see back into her past before the Still Force existed, but she's able to currently. But she also can't see into her own future. Neither can Dion. So that begs a lot of questions, and it leaves a lot of things open-ended for how this ties back into what's been going on with Nora and Bart and what they've been investigating. They think a lot of this time chicanery is their fault, and maybe it's not. Maybe it's all the timeline's falling apart because of what's happening with Iris. And they'll probably come in when this arc wraps up, and we'll get back into that whole thing. But it's crazy, man. Seeing her try to anchor herself, that whole scene where she was on the couch and flickering in and out, I really liked the way they did that. Like the effect and the editing on that, it was really nice. And then now Eddie's showing up, which, I don't think it's a time thing. I definitely think the way that was set up with the crickling on the windows and the way it was breathing, that was definitely implied to be the result of Deathstorm. So guys, I think that's pretty much everything of note in this episode. So sound out the comments. Let me know your thoughts, your theories down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join us in our Discord and we can talk about it there as well. Links to that on my socials in the description box below. Follow me in each and every one of those. If you want to see the full-length reaction, remember it's on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access to that as well. Speaking of before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny, Sherrett, Ryan, Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori, Corey, Scott, Margaret, Grace, Mary, Bradley, Nate, Proudy, and Melita. Thank you guys, as always, for your continued support. Everybody who's been showing up and supporting the channel. Love you guys, and I'll see you all next week for the next episode of The Flash. Take care, everybody.